Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss any of our latest updates and fan stories. Now let me take you into a moment that sent hearts racing and cameras flashing, a moment when Wang totally freaked out when something unexpected happened to Shen Yue. Face screaming in fear, red heart. From the very beginning, you can feel tension in the air. Imagine a calm event hall, bright lights, fans cheering, and moments earlier everything seemed perfectly under control. Then suddenly, Shen Yue, so poised and elegant, suddenly stumbles, or appears to stumble, and the reaction is instantaneous: shock, alarm, and protective instinct all rolled into one. Wang's eyes widen, his body tenses, and before you know it, he's reaching out, reacting in real time. It all started with Shen Yue walking toward the stage edge, greeting fans, waving, when the ground beneath her seems to shift slightly. Some say a stray wire, others whisper a loose plank, but in that instant, you see her foot catch. She momentarily wavers, a gasp from the crowd, a collective intake of breath. Her balance teeters. And that's when Dylan's world seems to narrow down to that one critical moment. He lunges forward, arms flung out, the hero instinct kicking in. His face, a mixture of alarm and fierce protectiveness, says so much without a word. He moves faster than you expect, stepping in a way that suggests he expects the worst. The audience watches in suspended silence, cameras flash, hearts pound. That split-second reflex is what defines the scene. Shen Yue's expression, the surprise, the momentary fear, the delightful relief as she steadies herself, becomes a focal point. She recovers with grace, composure returning, but nothing can hide that shock in Dylan's eyes. His reaction is visceral, raw, real. It's not a rehearsed move, it's a real, human response. And for fans, that's unforgettable. But let's rewind slightly. Earlier that evening, there had been whispers about stage hazards, cables, mic stands, last-minute adjustments. The crew was bustling about behind the scenes, trying to make everything flawless. Shen Yue, ever the professional, walks her route, rehearses her steps, greets staff, makes sure everything is set. But in a live setting, no matter how careful, things can go wrong. When the stumble happens, Dylan seems to spot it ahead of time, or maybe it's just instinct. He wasn't far from her, but still, he closes distance with speed. It's not just about physical proximity, it's emotional presence. You sense he's attuned to her every step. As she wobbles, his concern overrides everything else: protocol, cameras, hesitation. In the briefest moment, you see micro-expressions, eyes darting, jaw tightening, muscles shifting. He steadies her arm, supports her, his body shielding her just a little, as if anticipating the fall. He murmurs something, maybe, "Are you okay?" Though the crowd hushes out those words. Now consider this: what if the stumble had been worse? What if she had fallen? No one wants to imagine that. But Dylan's presence may have prevented worse. The camera pans on later, Shen Yue continuing, hands more firmly placed, more confident gait. Dylan stays near, walking slightly behind as a kind of shadow guardian, eyes scanning. His position is subtle but constant. Afterwards, backstage, murmurs circulate. Crew members checking that cables are secured. Staff checking her shoes. Dylan stepping aside, talking quietly with her, checking if she's okay, ensuring there's no discomfort. There's footage from a discreet angle. He offers her water, gestures to a staffer. He doesn't flaunt heroism, he simply stays caring. The narrative develops. Fans speculate about chemistry, about how their on-screen rapport carries off-camera weight. They debate whether this moment cements a relationship, or at least deep mutual regard. The media frames headlines: Dylan's instinctive reaction to Shen Yue's stumble, or his genuine concern caught on camera. And in the swirl, fans rally, love, respect, protective fandom all converge. But at its heart, it's a moment of humanity. It's not about drama or gossip. It's about someone reacting when something happened, because they care. It's about noticing a misstep, responding with urgency, supporting, protecting, breathing after the beats of fear. It's the shock in one's eyes, the extension of one's arm, the flash of relief, the silent promise, "I've got you." So as we remember that moment, we feel the tension, the shared gasp, the relief. We feel the closeness of two people navigating an unexpected instant, and we witness how instinct allowed one to step forward and one to step back into balance. We realize that sometimes the smallest gestures and split-second decisions reveal the most about who someone is. That's why the moment resonates. Why fans still rewatch the clip. Why it becomes symbolic. Because we love stories where people look out for each other, especially when everything seems perfect until it isn't. Because we see in Dylan's eyes something more than performance. And in Shen Yue's response, strength, grace, and gratitude. Thank you so much for listening to this retelling of Dylan Wang freaked out when this happened to Shen Yue. If you liked diving into these moments with me, be sure to leave a like, share with your fellow fans, and hit subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments, what was your reaction when you first saw that clip? Did your heart skip a beat too? Until next time, may we all be the person who reflexively reaches out when someone we care about wobbles. May our instincts be kind, sharp, and filled with real care.